whoa, and crit happening at 0 and instantly killing someone. That's redonkulous. All right, so
this sure is a video game.
Yeah, so Panda's been playing hot. He lost a little bit early. He lost to Kane in four quarters.
They were
Round
8,
4.
9 seed each. I think Panda was 8, Kane was 9. So
Kane came through in a very close set. All 3 games went last hit. So Panda made the run in losers and beat a bunch of people who he has issues against historically, and people who he hasn't really had a chance to beat. He got a Dan win and an Earl win today. Very strong start to his season. Look at Villagers square up. That's the real Little Mac.
Come at me, bro. I love that chat.
The tail of Little Mac actually is this villager.
But Josh King also having a tournament too, don't forget. He's made a pretty cute run for himself here into Winners Finals, where he then lost to Raven King, who Raven King looks just unstoppable today. So whoever plays this, I wish them, whoever wins this, I wish them luck in the next set. But they're going to be squaring up here on Battlefield for this game 1 as Yumi takes control with these neutral layers and really wants to be a bully to this villager off stage. One of the few characters that can just go off and really non-committally try and challenge villager.
Yeah, and that's a scary thought because usually it's the other way around. Like, that's how you think, how do you beat Game & Watch? Well, you got to be able to go off stage and like deal with them. Or you can get super creative with triple turnip into the Axeman. That was something else. This matchup is very, very difficult for Villager for the reason you just said. There's not really anywhere for him to hide, and Villager's frame data can just suffocate Villager. I'm sorry, Game & Watch's frame data can suffocate Villager. So can that Witch Time right there.
The Witch Time comboed into nothing. You gotta respect it. Respect the mash, of course. Oh, I thought he actually was able to snipe the Lloyd Rocket, but you know what? You're gonna die for it.
Approaching tree in 2020. Have we not learned?
He had nowhere to go, unfortunately, but...
Well, the ledge.
It didn't snap. He did it too early.
He went over.
Yeah, because he did it too early, so he died.
Yeah, he did.
QED. Play-by-play brought to you by Sturm.
Game Watch has got to have some weaknesses somewhere.
But look at this rushdown Game Watch. He's just jumping in and dash attacking Villager.
You kind of
get to see it.
You get to freely do that against Villager. That's what a lot of characters have to do. Game & Watch has a little bit easier time doing it than some other characters. Not to mention the Reflector.
Oh, he does have 2 charges in the Reflector, or in the bucket right now. I don't remember which of the Lloyd Rockets he did actually get to snipe, but he did get some. That is something to watch for later.
Panda playing a little bit aggressive in his own right. He's been jumping at the Game & Watch with the slingshots this set, or this game so far. It's been paying off.
Well, he is down 75%. So paying off is a relative thing.
I mean, he's a bowling ball away from leading.
True. This is Game & Watch, one of the lightest characters in the game. We saw it in action versus Raven King. But you know what? The key to victory, the key to success, getting the stock.
Yeah, getting the stock is important. Yumi sealing out the stock with the down air off of the dash attack. A lot of these moves just very, very difficult to punish that Yumi's been throwing out, and he's been spacing them all really well. So Panda's really had a hard time just getting close to make something happen beyond the little pellets.
And also these trampolines, right? If Panda jumps anywhere close to Yumi, he can just trampoline, and if it's misspaced, you get a combo, right, as Game & Watch? If it's not misspaced, there's really no way for Villager to get up there in time to like double jump up air, which is something we'll see like Fox do, like a fast character, is be able to get up there and try and at least threaten the Game & Watch. But Villager's so slow, especially vertically, that like it's hard to find the time to punish that move. So really, Yumi can throw it out willy-nilly.
Look how deep Game & Watch can go for edge guards too, with that incredibly disjointed back air. Probably one of the hardest moves in the game to actually punish.
Bucket is online. As you can see, he is blinking, and okay!
You were
what?
saying? What
Hello?
What about Bucket?
I'm gonna call that the thanks I hate it combo. The jab to bucket.
Jab bucket? The thanks I hate it.
Thanks I hate it. Or the GG's green combo.
No, that's
We're going to game 2.
That's
GG's green.
up throw 9. And that ended the set, if I recall correctly. Just frame 1 fist bump.
GG's green. We're showing our age here.
Oh,
Losers finals at Ignite.
Yumi's looking really good on the spacing across the board. I know this is like a favorable matchup, but you still have to be able to play it. And Panda, an incredible player in his own right, had all the momentum, making a hell of a run, got bucketed. Sometimes you lose a lot of momentum when you get bucketed.
Yeah. It be like that sometimes. When I commentated Yumi earlier, I was saying, like, what's a hero, right? To a Game & Watch. The king of comeback mechanics. All right, good time on that challenge with the double jump up air.
Insanely good timing, because if Yumi had let it rip, that actually anti-airs above the hammer.
Yeah.
For some reason.
The other thing that's so goofy about that move is he starts the charge, and then when the hitbox actually comes down, there's no actual animation because Game & Watch is a 2D like sprite character from way back in the day, so like his animations are also blocky like that. That's what makes it so hard at times. Like you see him charging it, and then if he lets it go, you can just like the active frames just all blur together because there's really no animation.
Yeah, it just is on the ground.
Yeah,
so
that's what makes him Game & Watch so challenging to understand his timing. Even his get up attack too also has the same thing. He just kind of like suddenly there's a bell.
Yeah, it's a guessing game.
Oh, nice reflect. I love it.
Clutch reflect. That was a stock for sure. He went over the ledge. Like you were saying before, the no snap. Panda with a prediction of his own, getting reflectored back in his face off pocket. That bomb did 36 damage.
Yeah, that was a double reflected bomb. That's I don't recommend getting hit by that, but you know what? Here's a good snipe from Panda Bair as he really tries to hold this stage. That maybe should have been an up air. I'm not sure if that forward air was intended, but either way, this is the situation we're in. Oh, you tried to grab him, but bomb perfectly timed.
Yeah, Yumi kind of running away with this game a little bit. 87 points of essentially chip damage. Now Panda's pretty much a full stock down, and any one of those back airs connecting is going to take a stock. Panda can't find anything here. And the bomb.
He's going to die to the bomb.
Yeah, there's not much he can do about it. Like, if Panda was going to bust out a secondary, this would be the time. This matchup just looks atrocious.
Yeah, he's just getting battered and bruised in Final Destination, and just, okay, down. You know your game plan is not working out to your liking when Villager down tilt is your kill move, right?
Hey,
that used to be a super reliable, down tilt and up tilt used to be pretty reliable ways to kill in Smash 4, but in this game you really don't see them kill that often. You rather kill things like a bowling ball or just like an edge guard.
Yeah, Yumi's had excellent timing on his reflectors as well, like good call outs on the reflector. Even Panda trying to get tricky. Right there, there's another one. Panda tried to get tricky with the wood block. Even that got reflectored. The pocketed bomb. Yeah, that's going to do it.
And we didn't see a lot of the... We saw the reflectors on like the Lloyd rockets in Game 1, but we didn't see just like jump up reflector as much as we did in Game 2. And it really was a very effective strategy here for Yumi. Panda secondaries, like he had the Wolf for a while. Still does. That Bowser, I don't think is really practiced as much.
You don't want to go Bowser in the Game & Watch. People think that matchup's okay, and I promise you it's not. Because even, like, though you can take early stocks in advantage state, if you get back here at one time off ledge, you're dead. And here it is. He is going to bust out the Wolf. To, honestly, very little surprise. Those first two games just did not look good. But Wolf with really strong, quick aerials, fairly disjointed hitboxes, excellent frame data to combat Game & Watch's frame data.
Yeah, you really don't want to be using the laser, which the laser is such a great tool in a lot of matchups, but Game & Watch can turn that against you, obviously. But however, as you mentioned, Wolf's CQC is excellent. And that's going to be your plan, is just be rush down. You kind of play it almost like a Marth matchup. Like you're pretending you're playing Marth with this character versus Game & Watch, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have a sword with your claws. They're like little swords. Already looking better than he was the last two games, quite honestly. Like, even though the percentage is still fairly close, he looks like he's in a little bit more control as opposed to just being forced to play around everything Game & Watch is doing. He can play his own game.
Yeah, definitely better than Game 2 at the very least. And look at that turnaround back. That move is so... It didn't even look like it was necessarily going to kill, but Game & Watch is so light and that move has sneaky power. And all of a sudden, 42% on the board here for Panda Bair.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like he did much. Like, he basically hit a fair and got a small read. Good gun. Yeah, up air, or sorry, up B going to take the trade for Game & Watch's favor. Both of them attempting up B at the same time. And usually Wolf's is pretty hard to challenge. Game & Watch can do it for free.
Wolf was in the very early startup of it. He had to go that as soon as Panda didn't commit to the Wolf flash, the side B, he had to go like basically directly under the stage and start it up, and that is what Yumi took advantage of to take the stock.
Panda's starting to play Wolf a little bit like a Street Fighter character. You saw him playing like the super footsies.
Yeah, Wolf is a very fundamentals character, and that's like, yeah, footsies, using things like walking is very good for Wolf, right? Because all of his tilts out of walk are fantastic, smash attacks out of walk are fantastic.
Panda Bair,
especially if you're not going to be spamming laser, which you can spam laser in a lot of matchups. As we mentioned, this is not one where you really want to be. You can be sneaky with stuff like that.
Panda Bair was about a frame off of a down smash about 10 seconds ago that would have changed the entire tide of, I think, this whole set. And that might have been his ticket back in. He is going to have to finish the stock a different way here because Josh King has brought it back until that back air.
That back air challenged the turtle like almost head on. I don't know if that was because the turtle was like mistimed and just it didn't linger as much as I thought, but it just worked out for Wolf.
All right, Panda on tournament stock with the bomb catching him on that platform, which he wasn't able to get off of. He tried. That was a good, like, the bomb caught the get-up animation.
I don't think he meant to bake in there. To be completely honest, that was a weird, like...
Hey, man, you never know.
He, like, wave bounced it, too. It's like, suddenly he was over on the left. I'm like, how did you get over there?
If he meant to do that, it was actually disgusting, because he turned it into a 50 damage combo. Now, neutral air to catch the side B. Risky, because you can get rando spiked off stage by that thing.
What?
Oh, what? All right, that doesn't make sense.
Did Panda hold down?
He must. The only way that happens is if you hold down, so he must have.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, Panda's nodding.
Yeah, he held down.
Yeah, okay. That's super unfortunate. I liked the Wolf a lot in that situation, but...
Yeah, the Wolf switch was the right call. He was starting to figure some stuff out. Definitely looked better than those first couple games with Villager. The Villager games just looked way too hard, even though he knows the character better. It looked like he was hanging on by a thread the whole time.
If I had to give a little bit of advice to that Wolf in the last game, it's that against Game & Watch, just the most important thing in the match was spacing, right?
Yep.
You have to perfectly space your fair. You have to perfectly space your tilts. And the spacing started to slip up a little bit on that third stock. I think that's just because it was a long set, like starting to run out of gas a bit. And we saw the mental mistake of the SD, of course, but that's just like the one